So there's a different buyer avatar or type of business buyer for different industries and for different size of companies that we sell. At Raincatcher, we specialize in representing companies that are a little bit larger than the neighborhood business broker, really has the sophistication or the network to take to market. So these typically pick up at 2 to 3 million in enterprise value, and a little bit smaller than where investment banks come in, middle market investment banks. Some it's $100 million plus they focus on. Most of them will go down to $50 million now. Our sweet spot is right in the middle. And so when we bring a company to market and we're expecting it to trade in the kind of $3 or $4 million range, the bulk of the interest we see from buyers on those is either from individual buyers. These people have some savings and are credible enough, that have cash and credit score enough to get lending from a bank. And so they're buying the business on their own. They will be the sole new owner of that company post-close. Oftentimes these are career changers coming from technology, coming from finance, and who are looking for a little bit more freedom that comes with being a small business owner. Some of those small companies will also be good strategic bolt-ons for a larger business. So I'm selling a marketing agency now that we expect to sell to a larger marketing agency. We've sold other industrial service companies and manufacturing companies in the past that sell to a larger either competitor or a larger company that services an adjacent niche of that industry. So on the low end, it's individual buyers and strategics. As you move up market, more institutional investors, and the individual buyer interest really drops off as most individuals don't have the capital to go above the SBA's about $5 million limit. We've done some deals up to $7 million with individuals. As they get larger, it ends up being more search funds who are credible individuals who are backed by institutional capital to buy a single business and step in as the owner operator, as well as small private equity groups. Some of these private equity groups have their own fund, a drawdown fund, committed capital between, call it 50 and 500 million. We'll still look at a lot of our deals, even some companies up to 2 or 3 billion in assets under management, look at these companies both as platform investments or new investments for their portfolio, or as bolt-on investments to an existing company. Again, that would be a strategic acquisition or something that's very synergistic with a company that's already in their portfolio. There's also some private equity groups who maybe don't have their own fund, but have a credible group of individuals, typically 3 or 4 folks, who come from corporate finance or who come from a Wall Street firm, raise the capital on a deal-by-deal basis, and pursue these investments.